Welcome to Cash Talk, where we discuss African immigrants' unique challenges navigating the American financial system. My name is Christine Vidal Wachuku.
And mine is Vidal Wachuku.
Last week, we discussed why you need a credit card. Today's episode is for those who recently moved to the United States. We understand how challenging it can be to get a credit card without any credit history. Lenders want to be sure you can pay back their money before they allow you to spend it without collateral. As immigrants, we faced this when we first arrived, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
What
we went through it.
What we encountered reminded us of what people back home say when confronted with the challenge of getting a visa to a Western country. Most times, visa officers will take a look at a freshly minted passport and comment, "Sorry, you have a virgin passport." We always wonder how one's passport will be this virgin if no country was willing to
disvirgin it. Abio. That's always marveled me, that they would say that. Anyways, since we had no credit history, no company would touch us, even with a long spoon. None would trust us with credit. So, how on earth were we expected to build this credit? If we were not even given the opportunity, just as they would not give you visas abroad because you've never been out before. Finally, a bank we had opened an account with on a previous visit agreed to give us $1,000 secured credit card, as they called it. Now, this $1,000 secured credit card was like the bank saying, you know what, we don't know you. We don't know you well enough to take a risk on you. You know those guys don't waste their money. They want to be sure they'll get their money back. However, if you deposit $1,000 with us, we will use it as a collateral to give you a credit card with a limit of the same $1,000. In other words, we had to use our own money to prove we were credit worthy.
Smart move by them.
Yes, indeed.
If you are new to the country and struggling with getting a credit card, a secured credit card is the fastest way to do so without any credit history. Here is how you do it. You start by opening a bank account. Then apply for their secured credit card. Here are some banks that offer secured credit to help you build a credit history. Please note, we are not advertising, nor were we paid to advertise for any of them. So the first one is the US Bank. This is the bank that gave us our first secured credit card. Then Chase Freedom Rise credit card is another one. Capital One Platinum secured card. Discover It secured credit card. Please do your own research and choose the one that fits. And there are many more out there that you could look into to get one that is suitable for you. Not using more than 25% of your credit card limit and paying off your statement balance in full in every billing cycle could result in a quick conversion to a traditional credit card.
And just to chip in on that, your ability to pay back, as soon as you use it, you use the money, you pay it back, is very helpful.
Yes.
That way, you are telling them we are responsible. Now, apart from the secured credit cards, you can also build credit through credit builder loans, which some credit unions, community banks, and lending circles offer. A credit builder loan is a great way to build credit and save money at the same time. Now, here's how it works. When you get it from a credit union or community bank, let's say you apply for $1,000. The bank approves it and the money is deposited in a savings account. You are not given the money or even a card. Now, they will tell you the repayment terms. Let's assume it is $100 a month plus $20 interest. It will take about 10 months to pay it off. right? At the end of that period, the money in the account, and with some of the banks or some of the credit unions, the interest actually belonged to you. All you did was establish that you could repay the loan without defaulting. Here's what you need to do when you choose this account to build credit. Find out the interest rate, the fees you may pay, whether you will receive any accrued interest at the end of the loan term, and most importantly, if the bank reports all your payments to all 3 credit bureaus. Very important.
Yes. And as he said, a credit builder loan could also be obtained from a lending circle. A lending circle is like our Isusu or Ijangi or whatever name you call it back home. And they are also interest-free loans. Here is how this works. A group of people come together and each takes turn to collect the total group's contributions till everyone has had a turn. For example, 5 people, let's say my husband, myself, and 3 volunteers from our viewers there. We contribute 1,000 monthly for a total of $5,000. For the month of August, my husband collects the 5,000, right? Then the first volunteer collects for September, the second volunteer for October, and the third for November. Then I collect the last contribution for December so that I can use it to travel to Africa during the festive period.
Interesting, right?
All right. So you see, all of us, we contributed and, took turns to get the money. So the only difference with the US version is that each of our monthly payments is reported to the country's 3 main credit bureaus. So it's not an informal thing. It's a formal thing here. An organization oversees it and manages it and reports it to the 3 credit bureaus.
Now, that's how you can use a lending circle or our Isusu to build credit history. Mission Asset Fund, again, we are not the advocate or spokesperson, but they are an example of one of such lending circles. They have been doing this since 2008. They make the process formal with loan agreements. They collect the money, distribute it, and report to all 3 credit bureaus. No fees, 0 interest loans, to no credit checks also. They partner with other organizations nationwide, and you can check their website yourself to see available organizations near you. And if you want to bring a lending circle to your community, contact them.
Yes. So next week, we shall discuss 2 more ways to build credit without any credit history. There are ways that you may not have even thought about. You don't want to miss it. For those of you already established here, what was your biggest challenge when you tried to get your first credit card without a credit history? We would love to read your answers in the comment section below.
Now, as always, if you found this episode helpful, don't just watch and go by. Subscribe and hit the notification button so you are the first to know when we post a new video. Also, comment, interact with this. Let's know your thoughts. Let's see where you're coming from. Comment, like, repost, and share on your social media handles. That way, my brothers, my sisters, my friends, and all the newcomers, you are going to help another new arrival or anyone else who may need this very vital information. Share.